Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are looking at some of the dumbest decisions made by movie characters. But before we begin, please do not forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Also, please note that this list was done in no particular order. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And first on the list, we have Greenland 2, which was released in 2026. So, still suffering from the effects of the asteroid that struck Earth in the first movie, we have our protagonist running into Obi in England. Then there was a meteorite shower. They were trying to escape, and Obi did something that has left me in shock ever since I saw the movie. Please, let's take a look at this. I mean, you can see for yourselves. This has to be one of the most pointless attempts to save a piece of property in movie history. But if you think that was pointless, wait till you see what happens when a character voluntarily invites vampires into a safe house. And that brings us to Sinners, released in 2025. So, in this scene, we have the protagonists, all of them, holed up in a makeshift clubhouse. Their backs are against the wall, vampires are outside, but they couldn't get in because they've not been invited into the property. So this makes the clubhouse probably one of the safest places they could be in the city. But after a couple of threats, Grace, in a fit of rage and spectacular display of stupidity, opens the door, invites vampires in, and jeopardizes the life of everyone in the building. And this was done without any thought on how the vampires would be killed. And mind you, so gets killed almost immediately in a very stupid fashion. And next up, we have Anaconda 4 Trail of Blood, which was released in 2009. And this is probably, not even probably, this is the worst movie in the Anaconda franchise. But on top of that pile, I think we need to add this dumb sacrifice. So we have a scene where Scott and Amanda are being chased by the snake. And Scott, for some unknown reason, decides to act heroic and put his life on the line. The funny thing is, the snake didn't even waste any time in dispatching this guy, and it almost catches up with Amanda. And the sacrifice was so pointless, so pointless. Just keep running, and anything could have happened. But isn't even the dumbest thing that happened in this movie. I mean, we just saw Scott sacrifice himself in a pointless attempt to save Amanda. But this next guy that I'm about to show you, he looks at the snake and he was like, okay, you know what? I can take it. Nothing too serious. Just an abnormally large snake chasing my friends. And what does he do? He grabs a handgun, he runs at the snake, unloads his weapon on this snake. And I mean, I'm sure the snake is going to be like, what kind of stupidity is on display in this place? Also, please, just check this guy out. Let's check this out. Apparently, sacrificing yourself to a giant creature without having anything in mind, no solid plan in mind, has now become a recurring theme in monster movies. So let's continue with this video. Now we have Fast and Furious 6, which was released in 2013. So the criminal mastermind here is Shaw, and we have the scene where he has been captured, and Dom and family decided to make things unnecessarily complicated. Now, Shaw informs the crew that Mia is being held hostage and he leveraged that to go free. And he gave a warning, if I see anyone on the horizon, I'm going to make a call and Mia will be killed. Simple, straightforward. But the big question is, why would he even be allowed to walk out of the door in the first place? Because the team decides to wait for him to drive out before jamming the full signals in the military base. I mean, why? You could have easily held him at gunpoint, do not allow him make that call, jam the phone signals, and keep him arrested. Letting him walk out that door could have led to a lot of bad things. He could easily have made the call to have Mia killed the moment the door closed rather than when he made the call in the car. I mean, I know this was done to set up the final racing scene, but surely that could have been a better way to set that up. And that takes us to Primitive War, released in 2025. Now, while being attacked by a herd of Deinonychus, Stovall decides to take one for the team. And as usual, sacrifice himself. And like I mentioned earlier, this is now becoming a recurring theme in monster movies. But the shocking thing in this one is that in the last stand, he takes down a couple of these dinosaurs and he decides to shoot himself despite having a grenade on his vest. I mean, if yes, you want to sacrifice yourself, go ahead and do it, but do it properly. I mean, don't give them a free meal. I mean, you can see them munching on his body while it, I mean, after he died. And to me, that seemed like a very dumb thing to do. But relax, because next up, we have a guy or a man who looks at an unstoppable killing machine. He had watched it kill his entire team, destroyed his strongest henchmen, and he thought that the best strategy would be to take it up mano a mano. Next up, we have Hatchet 2, which was released in 2010, and this is one of the goriest movies you'll see out there. And as we all know, a lot of slasher movies are packed with characters making dumb decisions left, right, and center, but this one is a strong contender for the crown. Here in this scene, we have Zombie, played by Tony Todd, making up his mind to go toe to toe with Victor Crowley. And this has to be one of the craziest things I've seen someone do in this movie. I mean, a lot of crazy things went down, but this one takes first place because you just watched Crowley take out your entire team, brutally take out your entire team, emphasis, and you felt that, you know what, if guns can kill this guy, my bare ends are gonna do the job. And the reward for viewers was, to me, satisfying because he got ripped in half and he got skinned alive. I mean, how dumb can you be? And finally, we have Jeepers Creepers 1, released in 2001. So, before we get to this, let's note this that I mean, after a solid sequel to this movie in 2003, this franchise completely lost his way with Jeepers Creepers 3 and Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Please do not waste your time watching those two movies, especially Jeepers Creepers Reborn. But you see the original, how did it start? Yes, it all started with Dari simply not minding his business. The boy couldn't mind his own damn business. So while traveling, Dari and his sister witnessed a mysterious figure dumping what appears to be a body down a large drainage pipe. And any normal person would probably keep driving or call the police and keep driving. But not Dari. Instead, he decides, the smartest course of action is let me climb down into that pipe where a potential serial killer just dumped the body and see what is going on. And things took a turn for the worse. So he gets into the pipe, he gets startled by a rat, he loses his balance and falls straight into the creeper's lair. The entire movie kicks off because of that single silly decision. And that brings us to the end of today's list. From pointless sacrifices to characters making decisions that will get themselves or everyone else killed, this movie gave us some truly questionable moments. Of course, this is just my list, so please let me know in the comment section which movie character you think made the dumbest decision of all time. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more movie breakdowns. Until next time, stay safe.